Howdy guys, welcome to episode 19 of this 7 Days to Die Let's Play with Narcs00. Okay, I haven't recorded in a couple of days, I've had a bit of a break. I'm recording this on a Friday night to be released I think on Saturday or Sunday. So when you guys see this, depending where you are in the world, if you're in Australia, you'll see this episode on I think Saturday or Sunday. No, you'll see it on Sunday, because it's an episode set for tomorrow already. But, either way, regardless guys. Got a bit of a build video today. I'm hoping I've got enough resources for it. So what I've got planned is, firstly, we've got to dig out one layer of dirt in the shape that we want to build the start of the Horde base. My killing hallway that I found. So, and by the way guys, this base that I've got in mind, I didn't invent it myself. I'm making that out there right now. This isn't my design. I did see someone do it. I'm not going to mention any names. But I did see someone do it and it looked like it worked pretty well. I tried it once in a multiplayer game a while ago and it seemed to work as well in there, but we're at like day 42, so this should work quite well, I think, actually, this early in the game. But we need a lot of resources for it. And when I say a lot of resources, we need a metric shit ton of resources. I'm not expecting to see demolishers anytime soon, but that said, it's still something we might come across, something we'll definitely come across later in the game. So, I've got to go dig out this little basic imprint. I've made some frames to lay out, 305. It does sound like a lot of frames, but don't forget we are building this thing from wooden frames all the way up to cement, rebarred cement. Get a motorbike and ride over to the Horde base. I think it's over this way, can't remember. Been a couple days since I played, like I said. Go over here. Yep, here we are. So as I said, the tower that we've got is going to serve as a location, but it's not going to be actually physically connected to the actual Horde base. It's just going to be a place of retreat if shit goes bad. But it's going to be quite close. It's not going to be like on top of it, but it's going to be close. So, I need to figure out what I'm doing here. So the idea is here, first of all, we need to make a platform. So I'll put that away. I don't need the knife at the moment. I want it to be, the platform needs to be the same width as this, as our Horde tower, which I think is like right there. Yeah, it's pretty good. Doesn't need to be super high. I think 5 or 6 blocks is probably enough, but the same height as the other tower I think would probably be a good idea. Yeah, we'll do it the same height. Jumping up. Yeah, it might be a bit higher than the other one, I'm not sure. We'll find out. Hopefully this doesn't collapse on me. Actually, it's all good. Right. So that's the back end of it. We don't need a lot of room to stand on, actually. Actually, the smaller we make this, the better. It doesn't need to be that wide, the platform. I don't think it needs to be that wide. Oops. Okay. I think we might go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go 5 wide. There we go. That'll be a post. Post. Pick all this nonsense up. Oh dear. I didn't do that right. That's alright. Going up a little bit. There we go. I don't know what you guys prefer, like, build videos or me going and smacking zombies with a baseball bat. I don't know what people actually like to watch. Okay, so I'm sort of experimenting with this, guys, as in the way I'm doing the channel at the moment with this Let's Play series of 7 Days to Die. Hoping you guys are enjoying it so far, because I surely am enjoying filming it, guys. I really am. It's actually really, really fun. Go. I'm thinking of mixing it up a little bit to grow the channel a bit more, like play some different games that I play. Like, I'm not a competitive multiplayer person, so I don't play like competitive player versus player stuff. Unless it's a game that I know I'm actually really, really good at. I've got Imperium Galactic Survival. It's a game I haven't played in about 18 months. But apparently there's been some really, really good changes to that game, so it might be something we might check out, guys, if you haven't played that. I just realised I haven't got my freaking hammer on me. And why the hell can you not use the wrench anymore to upgrade stuff? It's like the hammer or the stone axe. Or, you know, the nail gun, which I haven't got yet. So many things we need, guys. So many things we need. I don't know if those sorts of things I will do off camera. All the looting I should do on camera. It's probably the best bet that I do that. And I just realised that I have my motorbike back over at the Horde base, and I could have ridden it over. But that's okay, guys. That's okay. It's all good. Sneak up here. Go inside, and we need to get the hammer, and I do believe it's in here. It is! Aha! Oh no, I've got a better axe already. Before I started recording, there was actually a horde of zombies wandering past the cathedral we're staying in. And I thought, should I start recording now or wait for them to go away? I just decided to wait for them to go away. So, this platform just here, guys, is basically where we stand on when the horde comes. And then there is a few, probably about 8 or 9 blocks long in the middle. I'm not sure exactly where. Slopes going down, and then at the other end of the slopes over here, doesn't want to make it too big, doesn't need to be this big, I don't think, actually, probably about here, doesn't need to be far. There's a hallway, just with blade traps in it, tops and bottoms. And then at the other end of the hallway, there's a set of steps that the zombies can walk up. So they walk up the stairs, walk through the blade traps, promptly fall down when they get through the hallway, land on more blade traps that are going to be here, and then, because they're trying to path to me, walking along the sloped walls, they'll just fall down into the blade traps and never actually get to me. I've seen it, another YouTuber do it. It seems like it does work. So, hopefully it does, and we'll find out. So, connected here. I can't do it. No, I can do it with squares. Here. Go this way. Now, I will need to dig under these frameworks, so there'll be a layer underneath the dirt of, so there'll be a layer of bricks under the level of the floor, the dirt. So that way, if the zombies attack the ground, they are not attacking dirt and undermining our structure's integrity. They're basically just undermining. Well, they're not undermining anything really. Okay, here we go, connect these up. Hoping that doesn't break, it's not too much weight for them. Seems okay so far. These do need to be far enough apart that the blade traps will fit. Now it looks like it's going to be a little bit off center, so I think I need to extend the left and right, one of the sides, so our width isn't quite right, because we made it an even number, not an odd number. We need the blade traps to be central. Well, I want the blade traps to be central. So I'll just pick all these up. Got a zombie coming over here. As you see, I've modified the turret to increase its rate of fire. There we go, he's done. And I think I actually put another point in turret syndrome, I think, guys. I can't remember if I did that or not. Whether that was on camera or not, I cannot remember at this stage, because it was, like I said, it's been a couple of days since I filmed anything for the Let's Play. So, maybe you guys can correct me on that one. Alright, so there's a platform. Oh wait, they don't get connected there. I need to do that. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. Like I said, this is a work in progress. Obviously, that's why I'm just using framework at the moment. The advantage is, like I said, when we build this, we'll get the experience from putting the framework. It's going to use more resources, I think, than just actually building them with steel frames, like rebar frames, but we will upgrade to that point. It does, as far as I know, use more resources. But it doesn't really matter because it's after the experience that we need. But we don't want to go too far ahead in the game when it comes to getting a level up, because it's just going to increase the game stage level. And like I said, that will probably happen. So we'll just clean this up. This is why you be careful when you're building. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the start of the kill corridor now. Actually, it probably doesn't need to be that long. I think, like, there. Yeah, that's probably not, because the platform's right here. The zombies are not going to get to me. We don't need that many blade traps down here, I think, guys. Yeah, I think we'll go. Yeah, that's probably still a bit, I think about there. Yeah, that's about right. I think that'll be fine. Because I want to go to the point where I'm using up far too many resources for no reason whatsoever. And I know that's contradictory to what I just said about starting with wooden frames and upgrading our way up to stone. The advantage, like I said, is doing it this way is that we're going to get the experience from doing the upgrading. Because I don't think... No, I could be wrong. I don't think the experience that we get from... I can probably remove those now, actually. And put another support. Yeah, that should be fine. I think that looks alright. That should be fine. I don't think we need... I'm not sure. I think that looks long enough. I think the shorter it is, the better, because you don't want to have the zombies path too far away from you. You want them to think they can actually get to you. So if I go 1, 2, and then that might be a bit better. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll start the kill corridor at this point here. I'll just add in some structural support. There. There. There we go. So that's 1, 2 out and then down. 1, 2 down. Alright, so there. Fill this shot in. Another thing too on the workbench, guys, I've actually also got some dirt being made, which should actually be completed now, so we can fill in that hole to get into the Horde tower that we got there. We've got 184 of these. Now, I had 306 frames, I believe. Yeah, 306 frames, I think. And I can't do any much about the slopes yet, at least until the oh no, I can actually do something. I'll have to grab that first, but that's fine. So let's keep on going. And start building this kill corridor. So, blade trap will be there at the end. Yeah, because this is where they walk out. So that's the end of the. This will be sloped angles here, or really steep sloped angles, and here will be a blade trap, but obviously on the other side, like on the opposite side of where we're looking. So inside the corridor. So there'll be one there, blade trap there. I think another one there. I could probably put another one actually downstairs, down here actually. And then blade traps down here as well. So there'll be a blade trap there. 1, 2, blade trap there. And probably 1, 2, another one here. Yeah, that looks good. These squares here, these frames here, represent blade traps, guys. So there'll be a blade trap there. I think this is close enough, far enough apart. Blade trap there, and another 3 inside the corridor. So they've got to go through 6 blade traps over and over again, is the hope. I'll remove these, because that's just going to cause extra weight that we don't want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, by the way, these legs I'm putting down are just for me to build the framework. I'm not actually going to have legs here, because this is all going to be one big solid room off the ground. I'll show you what I mean shortly. You'll know what I mean soon. That. Going down. Like I said, this design is not mine. I just saw it and it looked like it worked really well. So I'm going to try it myself in the single player game. I played it with multiplayer game with multiple, like, 2 other people. We managed to get the resources in a multiplayer game quite quickly doing it. But playing it single player by yourself and building it, I don't know how it's going to go. I really don't know how it's going to go. Okay, so. How long are we now? So we've got there, a blade trap. Blade trap. So I need to have one more, a few more out. The other thing too is I don't want it too big to the point where the what's it called? Land claim block doesn't have any effect over the building, because we have to move stuff around like blade traps and electric fence posts and stuff like that. We need it to be within that area, so I'm not even sure if this is too big yet, so we might have to readjust it. But that's why, like I said, we have making the structure out of frames at this point, and when we know we've got it right, I'll go and upgrade it all. So this part here needs to be created. This, I think. So we've got somewhere to put the stairwell that goes up into the corridor. And I'm like I said, I'm guessing here that this is enough. I don't think we need to add any more frames to make this thing a bit longer. In this room that we're creating right here. Now I don't know if this is not the exact same design as the guy that I watched do it. But I'm thinking if we put the generators in this room right here below it, because I think he had them on the outside above the kill room, like on the top part of the roof of the kill room. Whereas mine isn't like that. I was a nerd pole. Oh, hang on. Damn it. Oh, good, it is centerized. I'll make sure that was centered, because I mean, I'm not that OCD when it comes to building. But you don't want to look crappy. That, I think, got placed in the wrong spot. It's so hard to see when you've got so many frames. There we go, that's where a door goes. This will all have to be dug in. This area, along with the rest of it, of course. Because we don't want to have that open. And then stairs will be here. I mean, you guys watching this video, if you might have even seen this design before. So the zombies will walk up some steps, go into the kill room, get chopped up on the roof and on the bottom of the floor by blade traps. They'll think they can path to me. They'll walk out here, which will be the end of the kill room, and then they'll fall down because they won't be able to walk on the sides because it'll be too sloped for them to get any sort of grip. And they'll just fall into 3 more blade traps and repeat the process and walk back around again. I don't know if it's going to work if I'm doing this right. I think I am. But we'll see. Like I said, I don't think this needs to be this long. But it should be fine. Like, it's a bit of extra, because it gives us 3 blade traps. And as the hordes get more and more difficult, obviously we'll keep upgrading as we need to, and not leaving it all wood. So that's that. I think that looks fine. I think we should be fine with that, guys. I think that looks alright. We might be able to upgrade. We'll start with the platform's fine. Like, where the platform is, and it's what it looks like. I'm completely happy and content with that. I can't really mark that down on anything, so I'll just upgrade this. There we go. Alright guys, I'll upgrade this platform. I think it's fine. I don't have a problem with this at all. I think it's great. I think we should be fine with all this. I've got a zombie coming. Gets too close, he's going to cop it. Well, looks like he's wandering off. Yeah, guys, so I'll upgrade all this stuff, and I shall be right back, guys. Okay, guys, so I came back to base, and there were some zombies beaten up downstairs, and there still is some. But the problem I found was the zombies had found a path. They were wandering up a stairwell somewhere and came out on the other side of the roof, just over there, and walking up over this arch here and coming down this side. pathing along here, walking up this side, and there was still bricks here, I've cut them away, but they were jumping and they've actually managed to get inside the building, just behind where the forge is, and then climbed inside when I was upstairs, and it actually took me by surprise. I didn't even hear them. I heard them beating on something, but I didn't hear them beating on anything near me, so I thought I was quite safe. But yeah, so at the moment I've just come around and I've realised that I'm going to have to destroy all this structure here and along here to try and keep them off our tower. So I thought that was something interesting I thought I'd show you guys, as I didn't think they had a path. And like, I mean, at the same time, I wasn't looking for a path for them, but I came across one anyway in the meantime. But like I said, it kind of took me by surprise, because I didn't expect them to get up this far, because I saw them wandering around down the bottom in the cathedral area, like in the waiting room, and I saw them wandering around and walking, and I thought, that's strange, they're all seem to be walking the same direction. I ignored it, and just, you know, didn't take much notice of it. Then I was up there, sorting out my inventory, making a few things in the crafting bench, the workbench, and, yeah, I got smacked in the back of the head by a naughty nurse, and I'm like, what the hell? Pulled out the shoddy, which I need to reload, actually, and blew her promptly to smithereens with my shotgun. But yeah, so I'm going to cut this out a little bit, this where we are, not all the way, just enough to, so they don't see that this is a path that they can get up to me. I'm looking over this side, wondering if they can find a path over here, but it doesn't look like they can. They could probably beat on the bottom of this wall. I mean, spider zombies would be able to get up there and things like that, but I'm not worried about them too much. At least not at the moment. Because, I mean, they're not going to be up here on Horde night. We're going to be inside the Horde base, so we should be safe in the Horde base, hopefully. Alright, guys, I'll be back shortly, because I'm going to go remove all this stuff and meet you back over at the Horde base and show you what I've done so far. And we'll go from there. Alright, guys, I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, guys, we're back. So here we are with what I've done so far. This is just to give you guys a bit of an idea of what we're actually doing here. So these square blocks here represent a blade trap. Now, I'm not sure if they're close or too far apart. I'm really not sure yet, because I haven't got a blade trap to test it, but I'm pretty sure they've got a 2-block radius around them. I know it's 1 block probably, but I think 2's probably about right. So block there, block there, block there represents 3 blade traps. These are the floor traps. And above them, directly, and I'm even thinking of putting these offset. So one here, then another one here. Because at the moment I've got it laid out. Block, block, block. These represent blade traps that are directly above the others. Like I said, I'm thinking of putting them offset, but I'm not sure how that affects the structure design that I've got, and with the amount of, you know, the configuration I've got it set in. Really not sure. Won't know, like I said, until we get some blade traps. So if I have them at this height, I'm hoping that these top ones here will be at head height for things like demolishers, because I do want the demolishers to get killed and chopped in the head when they, you know, walk through this area. As they are, I don't think it's going to hit them. I'm not worried, actually. As long as these stuff, the outside walls here are all really high, heavy steel, it shouldn't really be a problem. Now, the zombies will walk up, which I haven't done the steps yet, because it's a bit finicky and boring to watch me configure the steps and put them down and mess them up, and put them down and mess them up. But they'll walk up the steps here on this end, because I think they have a path to me via these sloped pathways over here. They'll walk through, getting hit by the blade traps, and the ones that actually do make it through, like the heavier guys, they will try. They shouldn't need to jump here, although they may, I'm not sure yet. But if they do jump, I might have to make that a bit higher, but I don't want to make it to the point where they don't think they've got a path. If I make that another block higher, using that same slope block just above there, I'm not sure if the zombies themselves will see a path across. But if it's this way, if I walk across here, I fall, basically. I might need to increase that up the top, but basically that's the idea, is they'll walk across here, fall down into 3 more blade traps, right? They'll fall into 3 blade traps, go, okay, where's my path? I'm either going to attack this pole here, thinking that I can't get to it, or I'm going to, and hopefully they fall off at this point here, like they get a bit of a walk off and fall just here, and they will be running too, don't forget, so they won't just be walking zombies. These guys will be running, so they might get a bit more of a run off, which I think might make it a bit more unstable on that slope. I'm not sure, but if they do fall off, hopefully they fall down here somewhere. They'll fall down, get hit by the blade traps again, another 3 blade traps depending where they fall off, and then they'll also hit an electric fence around the blade traps here, and that will keep them in place while the blade traps continue to chop at them. The only problem with this design is relying purely on blade traps, but it won't be, because what I'm going to have is what I call a kill corridor on the outside as well. So on their way back to their trek, and hopefully they path correctly, if they path correctly, they should be walking back to a set of stairs here, all the way and run back through the same process again. But along that way, they're going to be stepping on dart traps. Tripwires and dart traps. As they're walking along, they're going to trigger a crap load of dart traps and get shot the crap out of in the side as they're walking up. Now, if demolishers get there, it's going to be a problem if they explode in this corridor. Obviously, it's wood at the moment, but it will be steel eventually when we've got a crucible and got enough materials for it. This will all be steel, so it won't be so much of a problem. We'll have to repair after every Horde base. But in the hopes that the blade traps last throughout the entire Horde night at later stages, I'm not sure. So they're going to definitely need some extra help to deal with the influx of zombies as we progress through the game. So the corridors here hopefully will help with that. And then outside here, on this side here, say, so for example, there, and actually a bit further out, so like here, and then on the other side, like here, these will be little pillboxes, a bit further out, like there. These will be pillboxes with SMG turrets in them, shooting the zombies as they're walking up the steps into the kill room. So we've got all these extra support. The turrets will be twofold. There'll be turrets pointing straight down this way, like down the side of the kill corridor, down this way. And there'll also be some pointing inwards over here. Now, the ones that are pointing inwards here will be activated by tripwires when the zombies get to the bottom of the stairwell, so they get shot in the back. These ones over here will be purely activated and focused on shooting down the kill corridor. Okay? Meanwhile, we're all going to be standing on this platform the entire time. Okay? So, it should work, I hope. We won't know till we try it on the first Horde night coming up on day 12. Now, whether or not we get it done by then, I don't know. I've actually leveled up in doing this process. So I'm going to put a point into an intel tree again, but we're going to go into advanced engineering so we can make blade traps and generators. There. Now, the next few episodes will be a mixture of, I think, building and upgrading this base that we're working on here, guys. And also either some loot, just looting only, or some trader quests. But I really need to hit the looting because we really need a crucible. So we're going to be focusing on a lot more industrial stuff, or looting places where we can get books and learn things, because we need to build crucibles, and we're going to need the crucibles, especially so we can build the steel blocks that we're going to need to upgrade the kill corridor upstairs in the hallway. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the steps, and I'll probably see you guys next episode. I'm not going to put much more time into this video. So in the next video, hopefully you'll see, when I start off the video, you'll see some steps that are completed, and then we'll go and do some looting. Okay, guys? Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video so far. Leave a comment down below if you think this is going to work. I have seen it work, and I have actually seen it work myself, not just on another video, but I've actually seen it work myself. But I'm making some modifications to my idea from what I've actually learnt in building it myself in a multiplayer game. Hence the kill corridors on the left and right side of the main blade trap corridor. So, hoping it works out, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you next video, guys. Take it easy.